Stop it! That Jake is old!
Welcome to みなかごカップル with Joe and
もう
Let's go!
今日はファーストデートについて話したいと思います。 We talked about how we met last time.
Yeah. So our first communications, but now we're going to talk about the big date.
Yes.
The most important night of your life.
And your life.
But yeah, so our first date was in a chicken izakaya.
Yes. I chose that izakaya.
You did choose that izakaya. Well done. Well done. The day that we went on a date was actually a very big day for me because I had been in Kagoshima for 3 years at that point. And I had a lot of friends, but that summer happened to be the summer that most of my very close friends were leaving, unfortunately. I know, it was really sad. It was a really difficult time. But that day was the day that my closest friend was jetting off to Tokyo.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was comforting myself with a nice little romantic date after saying goodbye to her. And I remember we met quite early. It was like, you wanted to meet at like 5 o'clock, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which is so early. It was so strange. Yeah, I got him to push it back to a normal time for drinks.
6.
Yeah, 6:30, something like that. But yeah, I said goodbye to my friends and I was like all teary and crying, and then I had to like walk across town. It was the middle of summer, so I was like sweaty and gross. And, yeah. Yeah, you disagree with that. Sweaty and gross, yeah.
Yeah, you lost, right?
Yeah, I got really lost. I couldn't find it at all. I was messaging him like, are you sure this is the right location? I'm like wandering around. I can't see an izakaya. And like,
Yeah, and なんか for me, なんで I didn't learn British English, so I was really worried.
oh yeah.
If I can communicate well.
That's true because you went to America, didn't you?
Yeah, and I watched Harry Potter.
That's
Harry
what you based.
Potter.
That's what you based it on.
Yeah, I couldn't understand at all in a cinema.
Can I just? So I'm just gonna pause for a second here because you might be able to hear a really weird noise that's happening, like Bubbly's having.
Hi, Bubbly. Are you enjoying?
So anyway, let's carry on. You were saying you were really nervous?
Yeah. When I watched Harry Potter in a cinema in America, and of course there was no subtitles, and that was like whole Harry Potter series, and I left in the
first movie?
Yeah, because
You must have loved it.
I couldn't understand it.
So you were scared that this was going to be like Harry Potter second movie?
Yeah.
Halfway through the date you were just going to walk out.
Also, I reserved 2 hours course.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a movie.
Yeah.
I was really scared.
What did you think of the movie?
That was amazing.
Yeah, best movie?
Yeah, better than Harry Potter.
Thank you, which you hated. So, okay, good praise. But yeah, so anyway, that was the day of our first date. I turned up and finally found the izakaya and saw a man in skinny jeans and a very, very tight white t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, do I like this outfit? Nope. But yeah, give him a chance.
Yeah, and I saw you coming, and yeah, you were really bigger than I thought.
Can you please use the word taller?
Yeah. Taller than I thought.
Taller than you thought.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah, I was already scared beforehand because you're British. And
But now you were scared because I was big.
yeah. Yes.
Like some giant.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm joking. It's
funny. It's funny. Yeah, anyway, so this massive giant comes towards him and he's like, oh god, it's a bit freaky.
Yeah.
So then we go inside and yeah, we had a really nice date. Like, I don't, usually on a date, I'd say there's like quite a lot of awkward pauses and stuff, but I don't think we ever had that, did we? We got on well from the start. Calm down. Yeah, it was really natural.
Yeah, also, yeah, I was able to understand
me?
yeah, your English.
Oh.
I think you're really being nice. Nicely talking.
Oh. Yeah, like, that's natural, isn't it? And actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I don't know if I thought you spoke much English or not.
Oh.
At that point, I probably didn't know how good your English was. So I was probably quite impressed.
Yes. Yeah.
Well done.
That's the best reason I studied
Yeah,
English.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
why I studied English.
Because he knew this was in the future.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
But that was actually a really important day for another reason. Because I had actually been a vegetarian for like, God, was it 5 years or something?
Ooh.
And I had meat every so often when I wasn't super strict. Like if I had to eat meat like at a dinner party or something, then I would. But other than that, my daily life I wouldn't eat meat. And this was the first time I was like, right, not being vegetarian anymore. I'm eating meat today. And I get to the Easter cut and I'm really excited. I hadn't eaten all day and I was like, right, bring it on. And then this waitress comes over and she puts down torizashi. And I'm like, no thank you.
The most meaty meat.
Yeah, take it back. Raw meat.
Yeah, I had all.
Yeah, you ate all of
Thank
it.
you.
But then the karage came out, so I was happy. Now I want karage.
Yeah, let's eat karage.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, so it was a date of many firsts. What was the most memorable moment for you in our first date?
Of course, your emergence. Your emerge.
What are you saying? Arrival?
Yeah.
Stop it! That joke is old.
No, actually, I thought, oh, look at that girl. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. You kept that one quiet for too long. God.
Yeah, and the moment we spoke really well.
Yeah. It's true. It was surprising how well we spoke, especially because you're not much of a talker.
Yeah, you basically talk.
Yeah, I probably just talked the whole time, didn't I? Yeah. So basically, I had a date with myself. Yeah.
But that went well.
Yeah, it did work. I'm a good date. So yeah. And I don't know what my most memorable thing was. I do remember though, like I knew from Ken, the friend that introduced us initially, that you're a dancer. And you said you were kind of a dancer, but you weren't like super cocky about it. You were just like, oh yeah, I do some dancing. And I really pushed and I was like, can you show me a video? And you were like, oh okay, I'll like, no. And then you showed me and I was so shocked. It was like, you are a dancer, like you actually dance. You know when someone says they're really good at something and you kind of think, oh you. Okay. I thought you were gonna wang out something and you were like or something. But no, like proper breakdancing came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I did judge.
Oh yeah, you were
What
the
do you
judge
call
in it. You
in
were
a
the ju-
competition.
Yeah, you were judging the competition.
And that was my introduction move.
I was impressed. Won me over.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically that was our date. We talked, we laughed, we made fun of the fact that apparently I'm a giant.
Yeah.
And it resulted in a second date and a third and a fourth and then a proposal. So it was obviously a good first date.
Yes.
Like if you could give advice to any of our viewers about how to have a good first date, what would your top advice be?
Don't be afraid, even though you don't understand Harry Potter.
Yeah. There you go.
And be a good listener.
Be a good listener. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and have a good hobby like dancing.
Yeah.
Something you love.
Yeah, so if you don't have any hobbies, don't bother going on a date. Get a hobby first, apparently.
It's most important.
You're supposed to ask me now.
Oh yeah, what's your advice?
My advice is be yourself. No, but seriously, like one thing that he could have done better is if he'd worn his own style of clothing, I would have had a better first impression.
Oh yeah, I should have worn grey.
Yeah, you always wear grey t-shirts and they look good on you. You're comfortable like that, but you were wearing like that weird skin tight clothing. But yeah, so be yourself, dress like yourself. Tell your hobbies honestly, don't like sugarcoat things and try and sound cool. Like we didn't do that. I think that's one of the great things. We talked about video games and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Nerdy little things that we had. And that was like a good connection. So be yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And then maybe you can find this. What is this? But anyway, yeah, that was our first date.
Yes.
So yeah, that was the end of our first date story, and we will see you in our next video. Remember, 登録お願いします. Subscribe, and we love you, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.
もっと私たちの動画を見たい人はチャンネル登録と高評価をお願いします。